Yo, CFC, British Blue, and this is another video, and this one's regarding the contract situations for Antonio Rüdiger, Cesar Azpilicueta, and Andreas Christensen. Antonio Rüdiger was quoted today saying that everything is up to Chelsea, and which means that Antonio Rüdiger has always said that he wants to stay at Chelsea. He doesn't want to leave, but he wants to be valued. And in order to do that, he wants to be paid like every other elite defender in the Premier League, at least 225k a week. And personally, from when we have other guys like, let's say, Timo Werner, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Kai Havertz, and such, earning more than Antonio Rüdiger, since Thomas Tuchel has been at Chelsea, it would be a lie if people are saying that Antonio Rüdiger hasn't been like top 5 Chelsea players. Because without him in the defense, he's been so solid. He very rarely puts a foot wrong, and the level he's just been playing at for the last year or so, like it's excellent. It's excellent. Without him, our defense isn't that solid, and he really needs to be valued. I believe that we should be able to pay Antonio Rüdiger this amount of money. 225k is not that much, considering that there's other people in the club that are earning like more than Antonio Rüdiger at this point in time, who's on, let's say, between 120 to 150k a week. Other people are earning more than him, and they're not doing as much as him. So I understand and I agree with him. We should value him more, and he deserves this contract, because it's gonna be his last major contract. He is 28, due to be 29 this year, and he wants to spend the rest of his prime years at Chelsea, and we should allow him that by paying him what he deserves for winning us the Champions League, for winning us the UEFA Super Cup, for winning the Club World Cup. All he needs now is a Premier League medal, and with him in the squad next season, that will be very likely, especially with the additions that we are set to make in the summer. So for me, Antonio Rüdiger, you deserve to be getting paid at least 225k, and I hope that Chelsea give it to you, because without you, our defense isn't that solid, and you deserve it. But now we're gonna move on to Andreas Christensen. Andreas Christensen, as Fabrizio Romano reported, that it's very much complicated, because Andreas Christensen's wage demands, Chelsea don't feel that like he deserves it. But during these periods, there's been times where Andreas Christensen's camp saying that they're ready to agree terms, but then they just change their minds. And honestly, I hear what they're saying in terms of that they want more pay rise, but Andreas Christensen, he's not necessarily our main defender, and not as important as Rudiger or even Thiago Silva. He's a very good player, yes, but in terms of, he wants, I believe, let's say 150 to, let's say, 180k a week. For me, as good as he is, and as good as he has been for Chelsea, I wouldn't say that that's ideal. I'd rather give that to someone else, because Christensen has tendencies that allow Chelsea to suffer sometimes. But like I say, Fabrizio Romano said it's very much complicated. There are other teams out there that are willing to get him on a free transfer this summer, because his contract expires. It's looking like Barcelona, Bayern Munich could be interested in the Danish international, and yeah, it's just going to be very complicated. Personally, I don't see Chelsea keeping Andreas Christensen. I see them letting him go just so that we can get another defender in, i.e. Jules Koundé. And even if we don't get him, we have Trevor Chalobah as well. We have Malang Sarr that can play as a centre back as well. Fair enough, not as the right sided, but he can play centre back in itself. But yeah, Christensen for me, he's been a great servant for the club. Was at the academy, but it might be his time to leave, and I wouldn't necessarily be against it because we would replace him with top quality and for a long period of time. So for me, Christensen, I wouldn't mind seeing him leave if I'm honest, but we just have to wait and see how it goes. It's not looking likely that he will stay, but we never know with these transfer sagas. So let's just wait and see with that one. And now we move on to Cesar Azpilicueta, El Captain, whose contract expires in the summer. And honestly, for me, like he might not be able to play every single game, but we have to keep him at this club. Club legend, the first Chelsea player to win everything there is to win at this club, and he's just been a great example. He obviously hasn't necessarily been always like the best defender in the world, but in terms of what he does for the team, willing to play any position, i.e. right back, centre back, left back, right wing back, he's played all these positions and he always plays well and always fights for the badge, and that's the reason why he's the captain of Chelsea Football Club, because he embodies the winning mentality that we have. And honestly, Chelsea want him to stay. I want him to stay. I hope that he signs the extension, but it's gonna be very very interesting because he has an offer on the table from Barcelona, and he wouldn't. I don't know. He wouldn't mind going back to his homeland in Spain to play for Barca, and but I just hope that he is able to stay at Chelsea for at least another season, hopefully two. But it's going to be very very interesting and very it's going to be a very difficult decision for him. So let's just hope that Chelsea meet the demands of Cesar Azpilicueta, that the contract that they offered isn't something he doesn't want, but you can never know. You never know when it comes to buying or giving contracts to players over the age of 30. Chelsea are very strict and only given 1 year extensions. But as for everything he's done for the club, he deserves the two. So I just hope we give him that. But that's gonna be it for me from the contract updates. But like I say, let me know your thoughts and comments on the Antonio Rüdiger, Christensen, and Azpilicueta contracts, and let me know, would you want them to stay? Would you want them to leave? Just let me know in the comment section. As always, thank you to everyone who likes, shares, subscribes to the channel. It means a lot to me. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And yeah, I'll be back with another video hopefully tomorrow. So I'm CFC Redis Blue, and I'm out. Peace.